Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today I am using several decks here for us to look at the energy of our next month. And I am doing this by your astrological sign. So if you know your sun sign, which is probably the reading that you're watching right now, but understand that you can also watch for your moon and rising, oftentimes called ascending, and get a fuller picture of your month, a more complex picture of your month. Do you know what your sun, moon, and rising sign is? If not, I have in the description down below where you can put in your birth date, your birth location, and your birth time, and it will tell you. And I say, everyone says sun, moon, and rising, but I'm telling you ascending because I believe that the free birth chart that I am providing down below says ascending too. So I'm a blonde, so it took me a minute to be like, where's my rising? I don't know, it's not even on here. So anyway, don't do what I do. And I will see you in a moment for your zodiac reading for next month. Thank you. Hello Pisces, let's look at your energy for this next month. This first card is going to be the theme of your month. And I am just shuffling through here. Oop. The sky wants to pop out and we have strength. Beautiful. So strength talks about personal power and assertiveness, portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing that you're stronger than you knew. So the person who is strong in this card, even though this is the king of the jungle, the lion, who is a symbol of power, the strong one is this angel here. This is who you are. You're able to tame that wild. You're able to, and that doesn't mean that you suppress it. It doesn't mean that you let it go. You work with it. You move with it. You grow with it. And that's the theme of the month. Let's see, we've got a secret to be revealed for our Pisces. What kind of secret to be revealed this month? Do we have a secret, Pisces, to be revealed? One card. Here we go. Two of Swords. So this is talking about, Two of Swords is about a decision that you make with your heart over what your head is telling you. It's kind of more tapping into your intuition. I think with it is reversed, and when we're talking about a secret being revealed, that the secret here is you don't have to choose. You don't have to compromise. You can have everything that you want. If you've got two people pulling you in directions, like, you don't have to pick sides. You can just stay strong to your values and who you are. You don't have to compromise yourself. And then a blessing. What kind of blessing do we have for Pisces this month? Just one card, please. Whoop. And here we go. Oh, lovely. I love this with the strength because I feel like you are really kind of step into your power this month. This is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, you can see she's blindfolded. She is kind of like imprisoned here with swords. I also love the water. I talked a little bit about making your choice through your heart or your intuition, because that is represented through water. It kind of looks bleak for her, doesn't it? But the thing is, I mean, these aren't bars. There's no roof. All she needs to do is stand up and take her blindfold off. She has all the power inside herself. This is, Swords often talks about thoughts. It talks about ideas, and this is when you have intrusive ideas, intrusive thoughts that are keeping you bound to one place. And I feel like this Two of Swords reversed and the Strength is telling you that you do not have to sit here. It's also really interesting because the Two of Swords is a choice, right? When there is somebody who is selling you something and they're trying to do this hard sell and they make you feel kind of powerless here, and they usually set up like a scenario where you need to choose what they're selling, or something bad is going to happen, or you're not going to have any other opportunities, or you're never going to be able to do this again. And if it doesn't feel right, if somebody is pushing that hard to sell you something, usually the best course of action is just to walk away. They do this with car sales. They do this with home sales. This is not the only opportunity that you will ever have. If it doesn't feel right to you, don't sign the paper. Have the strength to walk away. Stand in your convictions. Stand in your power. Stand up. Stand up and, believe what is in your heart, not necessarily what somebody else is trying to sell you or trying to manipulate you with. There's a lot of manipulation that can go on. And I am shuffling here because our next question is where, and a ton of cards are falling out. We just want one card for where do we want to focus attention? Lovely. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, and this is working. I love that this is working like on a figure, because Pentacles is about the material. So a lot of times we talk about Pentacles, it's about money in our hand, the physical, but it also, because it's the physical, it can be about sculpting your body. So I feel like finding the strength that you don't know that you have, and working on your body. Yoga is coming in here into my head, but whatever resonates with you. One thing with yoga is it seems like it's not really a strength building at all, but it really is. You're using so many muscles to do what you're doing and to move around in that way, and you're gaining flexibility, and it just is so good for you on so many levels. Here I am selling you on yoga. So if that doesn't resonate with you, reject what I'm telling you, stand in your power, and you do what resonates with you. Do what you love, see? Do what you love. Recognize for highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors, being paid well for your craft, working well with others, an excellent reputation. Usually there are 3 people on this card working together. So this is, focus your attention on working with other people. You standing in your strength, you might find yourself in a leadership position, like standing up and maybe not in name, like you may not be the manager on your business card, but certainly, put your ideas out there. And let's say, well, I think we should go in this direction. And again, stand up, make your voice be heard. I love this little trumpet here too. So this can talk about definitely, working on work, but working on your body in whatever way that makes sense to you. Maybe it's just going out and walking a little bit. That makes such a huge difference from not doing anything to walking around the block. Such a huge difference. Maybe it's you're going to replace soda with water. Just one soda with water makes such a huge difference. So I hope, Pisces, that something I mentioned resonates for you, or something popped into your head. I'd love to hear down below what popped into your head when I said that. And let's see, a challenge for our Pisces this month. What's going to be a challenge for Pisces? Again, I get excited and I don't always show my shuffling. Some more swords here. This is the Four of Swords reversed. So I feel like a challenge for you might be exhaustion. I mentioned yoga. I mentioned something working on your body. Remember, like 10 minutes once a day is good enough. Walking around the block is good enough. You don't need to beat yourself up that you need to do more. So Four of Swords is rest. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Make sure that you are not beating yourself up. This Eight of Swords can be beating yourself up mentally, and that takes a toll. Your challenge for you is going to be to step back, take a rest, take some time for meditation, take a moment for you. Even stepping up and walking around the block can be so energizing, even though you think that I'm exhausted, I can't possibly do anything. Just getting outside and breathing some fresh air, going a little bit, makes such a difference. And I feel like this Pentacles is here is really, this is Earth, it's connecting with nature. Even in the Strength card, she's outside connecting with nature. And a release for you, okay. This is the World reversed. So something to release is feeling like something is finished. The World is the end of the major arcana. It is a completion. So this feels like whatever you're starting this month is not going to be completed this month. It's releasing the idea that you need to see the end of this journey. And the reason I say that is because you need to enjoy the journey. The journey is the destination. Sometimes we get, and especially like spiritually or religious wise, there is so, and even, I don't want to say working out, because you certainly want to put goals and stuff towards that if you're looking at losing weight, but it's not something that you do for a week and it's done. This is almost like lifestyle changes. Standing in your power is part of your overall journey, and there will be more to it. It's not like, okay, I stood up for myself here, I'm done forever. That's not how it works. So resting, that can be hard too. But that might actually help you in taking time to rest, because then you don't feel like you have to have everything done right now or yesterday. There isn't like this overall urgency for it. Just understand, like, take things at your own pace. Like, it will be done when it's done. Certainly having goals is great, because it's hard to accomplish things if you don't have goals. But if you don't meet them, don't hurt yourself over it. Don't break yourself over it. Don't beat yourself up over it. And let's see, I've got a love message for you. Yeah, we're doing everything, Pisces. Let's see this love message. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. I feel like Strength and Eight of Swords is a lot of looking inside of yourself. This card is particularly related to love. So it could be about relationships that you need to look inside yourself. Maybe you just have a feeling about a person and you can't really explain it. Maybe it relates back here to this Two of Swords where somebody is trying to manipulate you. Yeah, check in with yourself. That's always a good thing. And I've got two more cards for final advice, Pisces. Let's take a look next month, this whole month for Pisces. Final advice. And we've got Darkness, Long Night Moon. So I feel like, and this is 40. The long night moon it's a new moon. So there's no moon in the sky. As you can see, and it's also the start of a lunar cycle, but it happens during, like, usually December, because it's just a very long, dark night. And a lot of times when we are in, like, I kind of feel like this is related to the Two of Swords here and this Eight of Swords, where we feel like this is never going to end. I'm in this situation that I'm not happy with, and I'm never going to find the end of it. But it's always darkest before the dawn. A new moon is the start of a lunar cycle, is the start of something new. It's the start of something that you can grow. If you are into spell casting, when you want to bring in things, when you want to manifest, new moon is the perfect time to do that. So it's the perfect time to assess where you are here and to step into your strength. Remember how strong you are, and this too shall pass. And final advice card here for our Pisces for the month. What do we got for Pisces? Who wants to come out for Pisces? This one. Acceptance. So I feel like this is kind of related to the Two of Swords reversed here, where, and even this Eight of Swords, where you kind of get this like anxiety or this anxiousness, or you're like, oh no, I'm so worried about whatever it is that you're worried about. Just take a deep breath. Remember your power, remember who you are, and accept it. You have the strength to move through it. You have all of this opportunity to work with people who love you and to do this amazing job here. And oh, I also wanted to say 4 and 4. Acceptance is a number, or 4 is a number of stability. Acceptance is stability. And I love it kind of with this dark night moon, because I feel like if you look at the worst, you know, a lot of people say, what's the worst that can happen? And many times we get really anxious or worried about a situation, and we haven't even considered that. So, and a lot of times we'll like think about, oh, well, if I don't do my homework, the worst that can happen is my teacher will let me turn it in late, or I get a 0 on this, but I can make it up on something else. So sometimes it's not worth the anxiety. And that's why we need to kind of like face our worst fears and go, oh, well, I can deal with that if that's the worst that can happen. And I don't need to be anxious about it. The anxiety often is worse than the worst that can happen. So if you just look at your situation, well, yeah, this is the worst that can happen, but I've already done half of my homework. So if I don't get it all the way done and I turn it in now, it's not going to be a problem. And just having those conversations with yourself and just accepting where you are, and it helps us to have like this, again, stability, and, you know, move on without anxiety, move on to a happier place. So that is what I have for you, my lovely Pisces. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.